This is 5 on your side at 10.
Off the top at 10, an already chilly forecast, preparing to take yet another dip. You're taking a live look from downtown St. Louis, where the temperatures have dropped into the 30s. Thank you for joining us. I'm Brent Solomon. Some of us may be in store for the first snowflakes of the season. Meteorologist Jim Castillo now with your weather first forecast. Jim.
Yeah, Brent, yesterday 77 degrees for the high temperature. So the ground is very warm, and it still is. We just finally got down to the freezing mark. Last hour it was actually 31, but now that moisture is beginning to move in, some cloud cover, we pop back up to 32. So we're right around freezing all the way through the early morning hours, and there's a chance of some flurries around St. Louis, and then south and east of town, maybe a little bit of a dusting, but it should not be a problem. No travel issues with that. As you can see there in the satellite shot, the disturbance coming out of Oklahoma and riding up Interstate 44. It does include that blue on there, which is the snow riding up Interstate 44, and you can see a couple flakes probably moving into the Rolla area right now. Again, very light. The atmosphere is extremely dry, but we have another chance of some snow. So we'll talk about this and the next system coming late Monday into Tuesday. Brent?
All right, you can stay up to date on the changing forecast. Text the word weather to 314-425-5355. We'll send you the weather first forecast straight to your phone. Well, 5 on your side has tallied dozens of business break-ins over the past few weeks, the most recent happening overnight. Within the past 24 hours, police say thieves broke into Pappy's Smokehouse on Olive. They only made off with $35. Thieves also striking 5 businesses at a strip mall on Natural Bridge. No word yet if these recent burglaries are related, but officers believe the same group is responsible for more than 20 different break-ins. Now, one St. Louis alderman is calling for the community to step up as the break-ins continue at area businesses. New at 10, she shared her concerns with our Robert Townsend.
It's so much lawlessness, like they just feel they're untouchable and they will not get caught.
27th Ward Alderman Pam Boyd is talking about the bold burglars who are crisscrossing the community and committing smash and grabs in St. Louis.
These are teenagers.
Do you think all these crimes are connected?
I think so. I think it's some kind of partnership, some kind of recruitment for these youth.
So far, police have not confirmed that. What is clear, in the past 3 weeks, security cameras caught burglars smashing glass doors with bricks or concrete cinder blocks. The fast-moving criminals raced around the restaurants, bars, and shops and stole cash registers, money, and safes.
So we have technology. We have the cameras. We have the alarm systems. We have everything that's happening, and it's not stopping them.
Businesses in North to South St. Louis, the Central West End, and even downtown have all been hit. During the overnight break-ins, the burglars wore hooded sweatshirts, gloves, and covered their faces with masks. And in some cases, the crooks were armed with guns.
Any loss is a loss, regardless of the scale that it's on.
It's not just a police issue.
Alderman Boyd says citizens must help the understaffed St. Louis Police Department keep an eye out for the burglars before they strike again.
We can't look for the police to be a solo act and ride around and save us. We can't do that. They can't do it by themselves.
If there's any good news in any of this is that so far nobody has been hurt. But as the crimes keep happening, Alderman Boyd's fears are growing.
It's going to be an owner in the store that they didn't anticipate, and the owner's going to either kill one of them or they're going to kill the owners. And that's my biggest fear for it.
Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
Developing now in Webster Groves, police looking for a teen who carjacked a woman earlier this afternoon. Officers showed up to Yorkshire Plaza at Laclede Station in Watson. This was around 1:45. The victim told police a teen armed with a gun pulled her out of her black Mercedes, hopped in, and took off. That woman was not seriously hurt. Tonight, a special remembrance in South City for one of the victims of the deadly school shooting at Central VPA High School. Artists Art Banquet Theater on Cherokee Street was the scene of the Stop Taking Lives showcase and honored 16-year-old Alexandria Bell. All proceeds raised tonight will be donated to her family. Tonight, several 8th graders are recovering at home after they had to be rushed to the hospital. We're told they ate marijuana edibles at school. It happened in Northside Community. 2 students passed out the edibles to their classmates. 6 students got sick. 5 on Your Side spoke with a nonprofit that specializes in drug prevention, and they are reacting to this story.
When you're dealing with kids who might be making some rash decisions because their brains still aren't fully developed, then that's just sort of a perfect storm for something like what happened yesterday.
The police department and the school are working together to determine consequences. Teachers sat down with their students to discuss the dangers of drugs. Today, we honored our veterans for their service to our country. The city of Manchester had a full slate of activities, starting with local veterans sharing their own stories. This was at the American Legion Post 208. The city displayed flags of valor at Margaret Stoker Park. Every flag has a dog tag and a picture of a service member who died fighting the war on terror. The city's mayor is a veteran himself and says this day is very special to him.
It's all part of a kind of a recognition that veterans are very much a part of our lives here in Manchester, in this region. We have much to owe to them. They have sacrificed a lot.
The day's festivities wrapped up with a Hometown Heroes Appreciation Night. That was at the Manchester Justice Center. Well, in downtown St. Louis, today the Soldiers Memorial Military Museum honored service members by opening its newest exhibit. It's called Vietnam at War and at Home. It tells the stories of those who fought in the war, those who opposed it, and the refugees who fled Vietnam and settled in the St. Louis area. You can see it for free Wednesday through Sunday from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. And the Salvation Army celebrating its Veterans Residence, which opened 10 years ago on Locust Street. The building was filled with red, black, gold, and silver balloons to mark this special occasion. Since opening in 2012, the Veterans Residence has served hundreds of veterans, providing them with support and hope. Former and current residents shared how the space has helped them in their rehabilitation process. Coming up, a U-City teen honored for bravery, how he saved a child trapped in floodwaters this past summer. Courageous and heroic are words to describe a Missouri teenager. This afternoon, U-City High School honored this young man with a rare award for his act of heroism. Sophomore cadet John Trotter received the National JROTC Air Force Silver Valor Award. During the historic flooding in July, Cadet Trotter was home when he heard a neighbor screaming that her 5-year-old child was trapped in the basement and was about to drown.
I ran outside, went outside, and I whaled the pan across the water, and then I beat the ground in as best I could to make a hole.
With the help of a neighbor and fire crews, Trotter was able to save the child. Now his bravery is being recognized. He is one of a select few to ever receive that award. Well, today Operation Food Surge is gearing up for Thanksgiving while also spreading some holiday cheer. The organization partnered with Schnucks to provide 1,000 turkeys to families in need. They also gave out boxes of non-perishable food. With inflation rising, eligible families received everything they need to get ready for Thanksgiving dinner. Well, the cold never bothered them. That's what sports fans are saying tonight as they came out to watch the rivalry game at Francis Howell against Zumwalt North. We've got your Friday night football action. That's coming up in just a few moments on 5 on Your Sideline. But first, time now to get a closer look at your weather first forecast. Jim Castillo standing by. And Jim, you're saying if you think it's cold now, just keep waiting.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be very cold all weekend long, Brent, and stay with us probably through Thanksgiving. And occasionally you get these little disturbances coming in, and whether that's flurries tonight or even a dusting to the south, we're going to see a better chance of some snow in here late Monday night into Tuesday. Still doesn't look like a lot, but definitely a chance of seeing some minor accumulation with that. All right, 30 degrees right now at Forest Park, and just looking anywhere around the St. Louis area, there's a little bit of a breeze, so 32 at Lambert, and it feels like 21. That's the big issue. Northwest wind at 16 miles an hour. Humidity's gone up just a little bit. The dew point is trying to get up there. It's only 20 degrees to the dew point, so that means there's limited moisture with it. So as you see the chance of the snow flurry activity in the St. Louis area from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m., it's not going to add up to too much at all. Just to the south, we might see a dusting on elevated surfaces. So watch out for slick spots, definitely on bridges and overpasses as this little bit of a system comes out of Oklahoma, rides up Interstate 44, and moves into the area. You can see it right now, Phelps County, just about to move into Crawford County and in through Reynolds County too. Maybe a couple snowflakes flying already. So the future cast is showing this batch of very light moisture moving in, snow and also some flurries. It moves out of here by the morning hours. It's very cloudy throughout the daytime, a little bit breezy. It's chilly. We're in the 30s throughout the day, and then finally clearing up later tomorrow night and into Sunday. Sunday does look sunny, but it's very chilly. In fact, probably low 40s for the highs on Sunday. So flurries possible St. Louis south and east tonight, and it shouldn't add up to too much. No big travel issues at all with that, but still the first snowflakes of the season. And the current temperatures right now, upper 20s and low 30s across the area. And the next 12 hours here showing the temperatures dropping down to the upper 20s around St. Louis, and most of the area definitely seeing those 20s tonight. All right, 10-day forecast is showing 42 Sunday, plenty of sunshine, Monday 45, and then that chance of snow late Monday night into early Tuesday, maybe a mixture in there. And we'll keep our eyes on that. And then it's just kind of cold, Brent, for the rest of the week and into next weekend. It stays with us.
Well, we've been warned.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jim.
You bet.
That's your news at 10. Corey Miller now with 5 on your sideline.